You like classic cars? And you like classic car reviews? Well, then you have come to the right place, because today we're on our way to Gadsden, Alabama to a car show. A little unusual car show, because this car show happens to be at a RV campground. The campground's called Noccalula Falls Park. It's a city park up here in Gadsden, Alabama. It's really a well-kept secret. So anyway, they got a cool car show, and I can't wait to get there. So get in the car. Let's go. We're here at Noccalula Falls Campground and Car Show. You can see the falls here behind me. Pretty cool, huh? Little campground here. This is really a really beautiful place right here. All right, this is the other end of the falls. Going across the bridge here. There's the chapel and the entrance to the car show. I mean, there's the parking lot is full. The parking lot across the way here is full. This is a pretty cool place. You've never been to Noccalula Falls Park in Gadsden, Alabama. It's a really cool campground. It's a really pretty good secret, actually. All right, let's find some cars. We got a 1960 T-Bird here. I want y'all to look at that. How pretty is that? How pretty is that color? Get a load of that car. I want y'all to look at this interior. I mean, it looks more like a time machine. Is that not beautiful? That is a super good looking car. Yes sir, that is one nice looking ride right there. Beautiful grill. A lot going on with that car. Good looking car right there. Yep, good looking car. What do we got going on here? It's like a 32. Front disc brakes, 32 Ford. I want to show y'all this old Ford pickup right here. It says Ranger on it, those rims. Pretty red paint on it. Get a load of this interior on this car. I should say on this truck. Pretty good looking bench seat. Look at that console that he's built. It's pretty good. Wait till you see the engine compartment on this F100. Get a load of that. Good looking bed in that truck. It's a pretty color. Got a lot of flake in the paint. It's got pretty interior. I don't think that steering wheel's the correct year, do y'all? Get a load of the bug here, guys. Look at the way they did the paint on that. Let me get my shadow out of the way. They sealed in that patina. See, all on the roof. Looks pretty good. Looks like a bug inside, don't it? I had one of these a long time ago. I had a little red one. Seemed like a ton of them were red, doesn't it? Mine was actually in better shape than this. Well, I say that. This is in good shape. They've intentionally done most of this. It's a pretty cool setup right here. They got them a Chevy C10 pulling this little vintage camper here. That is a really cool setup right there, is it not? That really looks good. See, and then this gentleman right here, that's his truck. And then that's his matching little trailer right here. Good looking setup. Really good looking setup right there. Yeah, that's a good looking truck right here. Let's take a look inside. Oh yeah, interior looks good. That dash. Look, he's took a tire tool, turned it into a shifter handle. Good vintage steering wheel on that. Really looks nice. Good looking truck right there. Really good looking old Chevy right there. Can tell at these old swap meets, it's not just a car show, it's a car show and a swap meet. Get a load of this little booger. Get a load of that little sucker. Oh, it's kind of funny. Kind of cute. Got a pretty red Chevelle right here for sale. Don't say how much they want for it though. Big block car. $396. Black vinyl top. Got good looking interior on it. Shifter handle's missing. It's a clean old car though. I'm gonna guess about a 68 or so. got a good looking 1963 convertible Corvette right here. Nice interior. Sometimes it's hard to see with the glare. Good looking 4-speed car. Metal bumpers. Look at that, y'all. Got a tow hitch on it.
You want to pass his hat? That way you'll know. Yeah.
Yep. It's a good looking car. We got a good looking 1946 Chevy pickup right here. That small back window. Look at this interior. Good looking headliner. Look at those little wiper blades. Looks good. Clean old truck right there. In 1962. Pretty cool. We got a 1965 C10 short wheelbase. Oh, it's got a straight 6 in it. That dash and all that looks very original, doesn't it? Brought him an extra carburetor. Good looking old Chevy. Anybody looking for a project? Look at this old Mercury Monterey. Looks like she's seen better days. It's more than I would want to tackle. Now here's a good looking Impala. It's a good looking car right here. Got a good looking interior on this one. Very, very original looking. Yep. Looks good. Nice rims. We got a good looking orange 69 Camaro right here. Interior looks good. They've put modern gauges and a GT steering wheel on it. Aftermarket speakers. Original shifter on it. It's got hideaway headlights on it. It's a good looking car. Got a SS hood on it. No windshield wipers on it. It's got the reverse lights down below the bottom of the bumper. That was only on the RS's and the SS's. On the other 69s, the reverse light would be right here. But on an RS and an SS, it's down here below the bumper. Looks good. Look at those gauges. Those are good looking gauges. 4-speed on the floor. Fresh carpet. Fresh interior. Nice looking headliner. Big back seat. Clean, beautiful red steering wheel. Really nice looking car. Got Krager SS's on it. Get a load of this engine compartment. I think they like chrome. How good that is. How clean all that is. All down in there. Really looks nice. There's a really good looking front end on that car. Just very clean. Yep. Very impressive. We got a 1958 Chevrolet Apache pickup truck right here. Let's take a look in the engine compartment. Not a whole lot going on in there, is it? Pretty plain. Very natural truck. Looks good with that tire up on the side, doesn't it? Good wood bed. Looks pretty good. Looks pretty good. Get a load of this old Dodge pickup right here. $1970. $10,500 or best offer. We got a 1940 Nash. Got a Buffon Betty on it. Again, it's a 1940 Nash. For sale or trade. We got a 1968 Country sedan here. Very clean, good looking wagon right here. Look at that back on that thing. Do some stuff in there. Look how roomy that back seat is. Plenty of room for the kids to play. Look at that. Is that 3 on a tree, isn't it, guys? You'd be working driving this thing. Got your vent window right here. Good looking old car. Here's a good looking Chevy C10 right here, guys. Look how clean this is. That is a nice looking truck. Look, you see here they started with just a plain Jane truck, and they have really made it nice. Look at that now. Those rims. 1970 model. You think they're Bama fans? Look at that interior on there. Nice and clean, vintage looking. Put him a vintage looking radio in it. Good clean. The thing about it, nice and clean. Got the wood grain panel down here in the door guard trim. Got the wood grain again in the rails. Bed liner. Yep, clean looking old truck. Done a nice job with this one. I'm gonna show y'all this little camper here. It's a 1959 Flamingo, and that's the original colors on this, and he brings it to the show here and he stays in it. It's not for sale.
Yeah, it can look
1961 Cushman.
y'all done look through my feet. You got one? Right now, I have something you can get there. Did you go?
Get a load of this sucker. What is it?
Henry J.
A Henry J. Never even heard of one.
Sears soda.
What year is it?
51.
51 Henry J. Got an old blue Chevy C10 here. Pretty good looking interior. Really nice looking steering wheel. Very original dash gauges. The only thing that's modernized is the radio. Looks good. I kind of like the patina look. On certain vehicles, that is. Works on some, don't on some. This one looks good. Got a new bumper on it. Pretty good floor in it. Could use a little love up here. Probably runs good, but definitely some shade tree mechanicing going on right here, but looks good. Here's an old Chevy Nomad. That interior looks pretty original, don't it, guys? The busted window. Pretty much an original steering wheel. Door panels are gone. Well, this would be a nice project car right here. It'd be fun to make this thing look good, wouldn't it? Not that it doesn't already look good, because it does look good. especially if you just wanted to keep it vintage. It does look good. Gotta love an old teal Chevy, huh? Got a good clean engine compartment on this one. Got a little bit of paint turning loose on the radiator here, but that's no big deal. Firewall back there is painted nice and clean. Everything looks good. Check out, oh yes, look at that. Is that not pretty, guys? Oh my goodness. Oh yeah. Gauges, modernized. Carpet looks good. Yep. That is a good looking car right there. Here's a Monaco. I'm not even sure what a Monaco is. It's a 4-door. Look at that plastic runner on the carpet. I bet that's original. They're still protecting the carpet, even though the seats are all ripped up. Still protecting that carpet after all these years. $58,000 miles. It's a Dodge. It's got a good straight body on it, don't it? Got 120 on the speedometer, but I don't know that I'd want to do 120 in this old car. Here's something that you don't see very often, is a Chevy Biscayne. Got a little rust coming through right there. Look at the dash on that thing. Talk about button interior. Look at the buttons on that. I don't really think I'm a fan of all those buttons. So we got a little more rust coming through right here. Alright guys, this really is a super show, but it's so big we're gonna have to make it into a two-parter. But let me tell you this, there's some really cool stuff yet to come. There is a cool old vintage truck camper, a bunch of cool old campers and old trucks. Can't wait for you to see it all. And I'll see you guys next week. Bye. Well, stick with me and we'll go for a fun little ride along. Man, I gotta stop at the store up here. I gotta go. I've been drinking way too much water.